So, welcome back to Genshin. I have my new roulette already leveled up. He's quite the strong one. And it's only at 8 talents. I think he can go even further, how much damage he's doing. And we're back at the fortress. It's Act 5, so I don't know where are we going now. Are we still in jail? Some time has passed since the incident at the fortress. Me repeating your sentence has almost finished.
Now for a little rest after breakfast.
So I waited the whole time.
This is the life. Wait a sec. Isn't something important supposed to happen today? Oh, today's our big day! We're supposed to leave the fortress of Mirapede! Come on! We've got to go complete the release
So we did
now.
stay the 53 days? Masquerade of the Guilty. Like it's supposed to be.
Please sign here. This document will be effective immediately upon signing, and you two may exit the Fortress of Mirapede via the regular channels.
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Let's hurry up and... Huh?
An earthquake?
What's happening?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, thanks. But I wonder what that tremor was just now.
An earthquake?
Let's
Oh
investigate.
wait, no. It could be the primordial sea. I don't know. Well, I know that new roulette locked it up, but maybe it's not working.
Your Grace?
Why is she calling
good to
him
see
like
you,
that?
Tim. Is there something you wish to see me about?
Yeah, what was with that earthquake just now?
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor.
Oh,
In fact, it seems it came from the surface.
even worse.
Over the years of serving as the warden here, I have developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides, the seal that Monsieur Neuvillette set in place won't fail so easily.
So the fortress is okay?
So he says,
If you recall our last incident,
But-
if there really were a problem, there would be crowds
But
of
will
inmates
that
in a
work?
panic right now.
Huh, you've got a point. Okay, seems we need to get back up to the surface and ask about what happened. By the way, do you know what day it is today?
what day?
I believe today is this month's pipe cleaning
Pipe
day.
cleaning.
Wait, seriously?
Actually, today is the day we say goodbye to the fortress.
Ah, yes.
Uh,
Have you completed your
I
release
thought they were
papers?
gonna say something else.
Yep. It's you two.
Oh,
Are you leaving
the
now?
little doctor.
That's right. Today is our last day in prison. But now that Paimon says that, it doesn't feel like we were confined here. It's actually been pretty nice.
A lot of people have helped us
Oh
out.
yeah, Paimon feels fond of this place now.
Well, mostly those,
Then be sure
what was
to
it
come
called?
back and
Bombshell
visit.
Brothers.
I'll miss you.
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go. The guards will escort you out.
Also, what's with Linny, Lynette, and
You're
Fremine?
not going to see us off?
I knew you'd ask.
No.
All right, sure. Let's go.
Well,
Yeah, he has
you
the time.
actually agreed. No worries, you must be busy. Paimon was just joking.
Ah, so you do have a polite side, I see.
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking companionship. Shall I come along too?
No, that's alright. It's not like we'll never visit again.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll come back to see
How do you know?
Paimon
Why would
really
you
likes
return
the
here?
cafeteria here. The chefs sure do know how to make good grub.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
Who
We'll do our
knows?
best to stay out of trouble. Well, it seems our work in the Fortress of Mirapede is finished. That's the end of another chapter in our journey.
Honestly,
and since Nervlev was the one who asked us
at the
to come
fortress
here,
there was nothing much to do.
we should probably go report to him now.
Mostly it's just
Next
talking
up,
and a
the
little
Palais
bit of
Pneumonia.
backstories.
You're going to see Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, why not?
Please pass on our kind regards.
Need to
I'm
tell
sure
him
just
the
your
info we
regards will
have,
do, no?
but we don't have much.
I
I believe it would
I
be
still
the
don't know
polite
where
thing to
Child
do.
is.
You're right. I've heard the Palais has been terribly busy these days. Tell him that I hope he hasn't been overwhelmed by the recent string of troubles.
Oh, he is, probably. He's been overworked. Go to Palais Mermonia, okay.
Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Yep, like always.
Oh, it's you two.
No
Apologies.
worries.
Monsieur Neuvillette did say you'd be welcome at any time.
Sadine's always on her job.
Excuse me. Would you mind helping me take a look at this report?
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hands full here. You can see yourselves in.
Everyone's so busy. Seems a lot has been happening.
Gonna transition, yep, into the room.
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as
Huh?
there are some urgent matters I must tend to first. In the meantime, please, have a seat. If you'd like to have something to drink, let the Melusine outside know.
That's all right. We just ate.
Very well, then.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish his work.
Oh, he's working. That's the urgent business he has.
All right.
Is he
That should wrap things up for
expecting
now.
a new
Are you done with your work?
trial?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should be the day you were released from the Fortress of Meripede. And it
That's
appears
right.
that you've managed to complete all the release paperwork.
That's right. And we came here to see you right away.
You and Paimon tell Neuvillette everything that happened since the Primordial Sea incident.
A massive whale.
Do you have any idea what that might be?
Yeah, but that's what Ether saw. No one else.
Judging from your description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something like the Primordial Sea. A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore,
It
I
can?
can only assume that Child is presently immersed in primordial seawater.
Immersed in primordial seawater? But how? And is he okay?
He's not from Fontaine, so he won't dissolve.
Most people wouldn't be capable
Besides,
of
we
entering
don't
in the
care
first
what
place.
happens to him.
I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself.
There's something we'd like to ask you
Yes?
too.
What is it?
What was that tremor we felt earlier?
Right! Paimon felt it too! We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something about it.
It turns out that I have just received a report about this particular matter. In fact, that's exactly what I was busy with a moment ago.
Oh, okay, so
The source of the
We're on
tremor
the
was
same
here on
thing.
the surface near Poisson. After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area rose at an alarming rate.
oh, that's not good.
The water levels rose? Oh no! What about all the people there?
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time and have already returned to normal now. However, I still have a bad feeling about the whole phenomenon. If the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be much worse than it appears.
Yeah, it is.
Nadia should be in Poisson,
Because
right? We
They
need to
can't
go check
tell
on her.
if that's the normal water or primordial sea. Yes, Spina de Rasul's headquarters
I
there.
would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately formulate disaster prevention plans for the surrounding coastal
no worries,
areas to
I'll go
avoid
there.
potential catastrophes. I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first.
I would have
I'll
gone
meet you there
anyway.
to check on the situation once I finish things here.
Sounds like a
No
plan.
time to lose! Let's get going!
Please be careful.
Not like I'm gonna dissolve. Hey, look, two of me.
Oh no! What happened here?
Wait, what? All the buildings seem to be in pretty rough shape now. There's nobody around. Were they all dissolved? No, let's not assume the worst
Nadia
yet.
should be around here, right? We need to make sure she's still... Paimon means we need to check on her.
Well, the sad music doesn't make it any better. I go there. Really, no one's here.
We haven't seen a single soul all the way here. Oh, this is getting scary.
ever do now?
Oh, someone alive.
Look! There's someone on the roof over there!
Just stay put. We're coming up. Watch your balance.
All right, just hurry. I'm not young anymore. How will I survive on my own? My Desiree!
Oh, I
Looks
guess
pretty sad.
someone did die.
My leg! My leg! How could this have happened? It hurts!
Just hang in there. Help is on the way. You can
Damn,
hold my hand if it
it's
makes you
already
feel better.
getting worse. Where's Navi? Way down there? I'll just jump off. Oh! Hope I don't die there.
Oh, it's Navia. She's over there.
I didn't get out my
Navia,
wind glider.
Are you okay?
You're here.
She's not too
We
happy.
heard there was a situation in Poisson, so we came as quickly as we could.
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly rose. It caused quite the disturbance, in fact.
Demoiselle! There was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to safety, but we've run out of medical supplies.
He's wounded? How badly?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water
that
receded and
guy.
he saw the ground, he became terrified and eventually...
He jumped down then.
Oh,
Find the leader
Wait,
of Squad
he
1
jumped?
and tell him
That's
to
not
take
the
the wounded
same one.
resident to see a doctor. He should know where to go.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in the meantime.
All right, you'll be in charge. I'm sorry. Where were we?
The situation in Poisson?
Right. Allow me to explain. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. At first, everyone thought that something might have exploded on an aquabus. But the rushing water seemed a little odd, almost like the unique color of primordial seawater.
oh
Some
wait,
people
they can
didn't
tell
realize the danger
by the
and thought it
color.
was just ordinary water, leaking from somewhere. Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape.
Yeah, so it's hard to tell.
As the water levels rose, they suddenly disappeared. Those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. Many were injured in the stampede, and some...
Not to mention
some
there
people
are
fell
houses
from
at the bottom.
The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but there have been a lot of casualties. Fortunately, the water began to recede after some time, and the chaos came to an end. The water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. To ensure everyone's safety, I've asked the people there to leave as soon as possible. No one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now is try our best to help evacuate the residents. We still haven't completed the head count, but we'll have some numbers soon.
How awful.
Well,
And all of
how
this just
many
came out of
died?
nowhere.
It was quite frightening indeed. I only wish that everything that just happened was a bad dream.
Is there
Yeah, I
any way we can
understand.
help, Navia?
yeah, we're here to
Thank
help.
you for being so willing to help in a moment of crisis like this. You don't know how much it means to me. I really can't express how grateful I am.
Wait, we're missing some people, aren't we?
Don't say that, Navia.
Oh,
That's what friends are for.
no, come on. By the way, where are Melus and Silver?
Demoiselle! We've got a situation here!
Don't tell me her bodyguards died.
I'll be right there. Sorry, I need to go for now.
I think it did happen.
And off she goes. Seems it might be a while before she can take a break.
Yep. Nadia walks around talking with many people about organization, various matters.
Okay, the wounded are being
And I
tended to,
can't read all
and
that
we finished
fast.
a preliminary head count. More support has just arrived, so I suppose I finally have a moment to focus on my own matters. Of course, we should remain ready for anything, and continue doing our best to rescue others. I'll be sure to have everyone at the Spina di Rosula ready to render assistance.
Okay.
Traveler, Paimon, would you two accompany me to my father's grave for a moment?
To the grave? Why now?
Huh? Right now?
I understand.
Thank you.
Somewhat.
Not a lot of people here, huh?
Yeah.
Well, given the time of day and the whole
Shouldn't
situation
be
in
there
Croissant,
many.
Paimon doesn't think there'd be a ton of people here visiting graves.
Right. That's how things are now. The living are so exhausted that they've no strength to spare any words for the dead.
Navia?
There's no need to push yourself so hard.
Navia, what's wrong?
Sorry. I just...
Yeah, this is tough for her.
Malus and Silver. They won't ever come back here again.
Yeah. That's the worst.
What should I do, Papa?
Huh? What happened to them?
I'm sorry for your loss.
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan,
They
but
did dissolve,
still,
right?
I was the one who initiated it. They were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave in time. And they were caught in the seawater.
What should we do?
I don't know what to do.
I've known them
I have
for
no
so
answers.
long. And I know they weren't afraid. But I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just gone.
Oh yeah,
just can't-
these are two different things. One is dead, and the other two are dead by dissolving. I'm guessing that
Everything
was
looks so clean
that
after
was
it
just
rains.
now. Oh,
Even the
before the
gravestones.
earthquake.
I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half bad.
And this is probably gonna be the last scene we hear them.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be angry, would he?
How could Master ever be upset with you, Demoiselle?
Also, one
Yet
way,
the cemetery is the
if
home
you think
of
about
those
it,
who have passed, is it not?
not for only
Everyone ends up here
character
sooner or
development,
later,
but
no matter who you are.
if she's going to move forward and maybe visit other zones, it would be kinda inconvenient that these two guys follow her, so Hoyover decided,
Buying
let's
yourself
get
a plot
rid of
in
them.
advance, are you?
No friends allowed.
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, Demoiselle.
Oh man, that's even worse to hear.
Hey!
That it's not gonna
Stop joking
happen.
around.
I'm quite serious. That way, it'll save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
That makes sense. In that case, could I be buried on his other side?
After
Really?
all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered Master's closest companions.
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes just fine.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. All right. I'll remember your requests.
Yeah, but you can't do anything
But
about it now.
I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by
I also
saving
hate
me a
talking
trip?
about death and
I'd make the
everything.
journey
It just
even if I
makes
had
me
to visit
uneasy.
you two somewhere else.
I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise.
Well, it's not your fault, Nadia. You couldn't do anything.
I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this.
That's
I don't
okay.
usually cry, really.
Really? That's the second, or was it the third time you're crying?
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better. But, well, she understands how you feel.
I had always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, that never solely relied on me. Many things can only be accomplished with someone else's help.
Yeah,
Moose
that's
and
right.
Silver have helped me so much. But by contrast, I could do nothing for them.
Come on.
I'm so sorry.
Stop putting yourself
You
like
can
that.
spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
Yeah, we're here for you.
Thank you. Right now, you don't know how much that means. By the way, you can have a look at this. It's a list of victims from the incident that took place here.
Oh.
Benna, Khan, Burnett,
How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Karina,
12.
Daisy Ray, Joinville, Julianne, Esson, as well as Malus and Silver.
Well, she knows how to pronounce all of those names. I would have butchered every one.
So, everyone else is safe. But still...
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right. We lost Malus and Silver. But we were able to save more than we anticipated. The overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
Well, this is getting heavy. No one's sacrifice truly necessary.
Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be saved at the expense of another, sure,
This
but
whole quest
that
not gonna
isn't
go
something
like
we
this.
should ever consider a trade. Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
Exactly.
You're right. Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually. I'll remember your words.
Oh, really?
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
What the hell are you doing here?
The knave? What are you doing here?
Exactly. This is not
is
the
everything
good
going well on
time
your
to
side?
talk.
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground.
Don't listen to her now, I don't
As
trust
for the
her.
supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
I'm worrying.
Thank you very much.
Wait, do you two know each other?
We just met recently.
Oh,
Right, Miss Navia?
just that.
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter. But that doesn't quite fit this time. Besides, it never even crossed my mind that a Fatui Harbinger would come looking for me. Thanks to the knave,
Yeah,
Sula
that's
Rosula received generous
odd.
support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and
I
evacuation
see,
work so
so-
quickly.
I'm guessing this design is the Snezhnaya kind of vision. Anyway,
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
I apologize
think
for all
so.
the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with a Fatui before, and it's extremely important for us to know who we're working with.
yeah, and you still should be
My
careful.
subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations.
He's
I hear that they've
observing
also
her.
prepared a large amount of
You're
emergency
not
supplies.
getting out of my
I'm
sight.
quite surprised.
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations to act forcefully, whether they are doing good or ill. You've
Uh-huh.
witnessed that firsthand, in any case.
I guess taking everything by
As
force
I've told
is her
this traveler
favorite
before, I
option.
know of the prophecy, and I intend to prevent the impending disaster.
Oh, I would like to see that.
Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step
Actually,
in accomplishing
is
that.
the prophecy gonna
As such,
happen?
do not be troubled by this token of our
Things are
sincerity.
getting worse.
Perhaps one day, you'll also be able to help me in the same way.
Without your help, there would have been many more casualties. I won't forget your kindness.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver. I only wish that my people could have arrived a little earlier to prevent this from happening.
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did everything you could. As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person.
That's
and they
right.
weren't the price paid for other salvation. They chose to become heroes themselves.
They will be heroes.
I've never liked
always.
hearing people put it that way. It's like
But
trying
it's
to
still
relieve
sad that
pain
we
by
won't
saying
be able
some
to see them anymore.
noble-sounding words.
Isn't it weird that
But right now, there's nothing more
recently
suitable.
there are more
really
deaths
did
now
become heroes.
in game, even though it's NPCs, than before? Let's say up until Inazuma and such.
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Navia. Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always say that prophecies represent fate. Fortunately, I've never been one for such opinions.
Does she even know about the Primordial Sea?
So, you're one who will try to change fate then?
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. I still have some things to take care of, and the children need my attention. By the way, Traveler, Paimon,
No.
one more thing.
No. Don't even... No.
Alright, then we'll just...
No. Don't say it, Paimon.
This isn't right. Paimon thought you would ask us to walk with you for a moment so you could tell us something in private.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique,
Oh, here
which
we
I
go.
do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today. It would not hurt to have Miss Navia listening in.
And what is it?
Traveler, I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance. You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial
I'm
Sea.
still thinking about it.
Previously, it was the fortress of Maripede's sluice gate, and this time it was the water levels in Poisson. These are both signals.
So the time for jolly cooperation has come.
Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth's intelligence network with you. During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times, and seem to be worth investigating in many ways. Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis.
And let
the
me guess,
situation is becoming more
she
urgent,
wants me to
so
visit
any
those ruins,
pertinent
right?
information will prove extremely precious. My people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster struck. And at present, we're all busy prioritizing the rescue effort.
So, that's why the Fatui were already in Poisson.
I wanted to take the children along, but
I think she's just
unfortunately,
baiting us.
Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to assist affected residents.
Are they out?
Linny
already?
told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you, which is why I want to give you this task.
Can you trust an outsider like
The
me?
House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you
I think she's
as
just
such,
telling me
even though
those
you are not
rules,
from the
so it
house.
seemed believable.
I'm sure you already understand how earnest they consider their friendship with you to be.
Yeah, but that's them, not you.
Oh, that somehow makes Paimon feel kinda happy.
The intel I just shared about the ruins could
Of
fetch a
course,
high
you're naive,
price.
Paimon.
But since the
Let me
children
talk.
consider you family, it's only natural that I freely share it with you.
Got it. So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right? We can handle that.
Excuse me,
I'm
but
sure something's
may I
gonna
tag
happen
along?
there.
You wish to join, Miss Navia?
Oh, she doesn't
Are
like
you
the
sure you're
idea?
up to exploring some ruins? You need to rest.
well, I'm sad, yes.
Why doesn't she
But
like that
I
idea,
can't
huh?
just go back
Is that a
and
plan
plop
to get
myself
rid of
into a
me?
chair by the roadside and do nothing. There's no point in being depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands.
I know we do.
As my father's successor,
But
I
what's-
must live
what's
up to
some
the
ruins
hopes you
gonna
had
help?
in me. Besides, I'm also doing this for myself. I need something, a distraction, to
Distraction.
keep my mind off Malus and Silver.
Okay, I'll try. Navia's strong, but she needs company right now. We can be that company if she goes to explore the ruins
Since you
with
put
us.
it that way, I have no objections. What do you say, traveler?
We'll go to the ruins together.
All right. The ruins are to the south of Poisson. Here's the map.
Okay, the three of us will handle it. Come on, let's pack up and get going.
Okay. Go to the ruins.
Was talking about? Whoa, talk about old.
They seem to be pretty ancient, all right.
Let's go in and have a look.
Wait, we're all
Just
going?
be careful.
With Nalia. Okay, I hope this a nice team. It doesn't say what element I need. Fine, let it be. Huh. It's like the research institute. Or wait, no. No, not the research institute. Man, I forgot the name. A very similar place. Okay, is that the primordial water? I can't tell, though it does look dark. Oh, hilichurls. Okay, time to teach them a lesson, although they have nothing to do with this.
Silence!
I gotta love how Nuvilet works. Oh. I'm just thinking this is some sort of a trap Arlecchino's taking me. Oh!
Here isn't safe.
Okay, that was some quick thinking.
Commit to memory.
It's
Emerge,
been
right now,
so
right
long
here.
since I've seen the floor breaking in. Wait, oh. I'm guessing that is primordial water.
This place has also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Yeah, you should go back to safety now. Yeah, that's what I said. Don't come with me. What if this is a trap?
You can't go down if there's
Which I
primordial seawater.
think it is.
It's too dangerous, and it won't be any help for you to just stay here.
Yeah, I can just jump in freely. What?
Don't get by my wrong. We're not saying you're useless.
He didn't say anything.
Just that.
No,
It's
you're
just
right.
that you're in danger.
I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to you.
Maybe there's no way back. What? Oh, right.
That complicates things.
I jumped across. How's she
Maybe
gonna
the
get up?
only way left is forward.
Well, see, if you would have listened to me.
In that case, do you want to wait for us here?
No. How's that gonna help?
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water will rise.
Exactly.
So, staying here wouldn't be safe either.
We're actually at a lower point
I'll
now.
go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
Seems like isn't any other option.
All right. Come with us for now then, but please be careful.
Yeah, we don't want any accidents. Okay, I have to...
Oh no, it's a dead end.
No, it's not.
Let's try climbing over from the side.
Oh, there. I thought it's a dead end here. Okay. Have to get over to that balcony. And get, of course, get food over here. I'm so full of it. Open. Whoa. What is this? This important? Well, camera just zoomed out. Oh,
There's something wrong with this bridge.
another surprise. Oh no, either do something. What happened?
Demoiselle?
What? What?
Demoiselle, what are you doing here
What
by yourself?
the
Would you be
hell?
standing here till dark if I hadn't come to get you?
She wasn't dreaming, was she?
Maybe she just wants some time to herself,
And
Malus.
these guys supposed to be dead. Hoyours couldn't deal with it and brought them back to life?
Oh, was I sleeping?
No, wait. If I look at them very carefully, they're so blurry. Are we underwater?
Yes.
Did she actually fall in?
I must be tired.
That's quite possible. However, you were the one that suggested we go out for a walk.
Oh, right. I nearly forgot. It must have slipped my mind when I dozed off. This is a familiar feeling, yet something's
Well, she doesn't know what happened.
strange.
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no.
Yes.
No, I'm fine.
No, you're not.
I was just trying to recall why we came out for a walk.
She forget everything?
Do you remember Mr. Giverny? He'd requested our help before with foreign merchants.
I'm
who had a
guessing
debt
she
dispute
did
with him,
fall
and
in,
we'd
and this is what
resolved the
happens
matter
next.
Not long ago.
When you begin to dissolve.
We were headed to see how things were going with him at the moment.
Ah, right. Yes. I remember now.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr.
Yeah, there's
Malus.
more people.
And Mr. Silver, too.
How have you been?
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those bothersome merchants finally realized that I wasn't the one they were looking for.
Wait.
Why, I wasn't even the guarantor for that person.
Giverny, wasn't that also the guy that died, that dissolved?
They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor, Obina, was getting fed up with them.
I don't know that one.
Sometimes force is required to calm someone down and get them to listen to what you have to say.
That's right. Oh, by the way, Burnett, what was it that you wanted to give to Miss Navia?
Oh, yes. One moment, I have Miss Navia. These are some
I
flower seeds
do
that I
think
prepared.
they are
Please take them. They're a very
submerged.
good variety, and they'll become very big and beautiful
These
once
characters
they
are
bloom.
dead. Well,
I don't
dissolved.
know what we would have done without
Can't
your help.
actually call them
So this is a little
dead.
token of our appreciation. I hope you won't refuse.
Ah, did you cultivate them yourself? Thank you so much. I'll certainly take them. Malus, we do still have some empty flower pots at home, right?
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the
we
decorative
just
plants
gonna
for some of Mrs. Burnett.
Very well.
Follow the story like this?
Something seems to be off here. Excuse me, madam.
Or
If I'm not mistaken, your name is Burnett, correct?
That's right. Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met, but your name seemed familiar to me. I must have heard it when I was discussing things with your husband previously. I've heard this name before. Sometime recently, I'm sure of it.
yes,
Why
it did.
are there so few people around here? Where did everyone go?
It's because not everyone died. So they are. You only see the ones that did die in their
We must
original
mind the time,
locations.
Demoiselle. We still have important things to attend to today.
Like what?
We do? Like what?
Well, now, did you forget?
Yes.
Navia, here you are. I've been looking for
Melissa?
you. Please, come to the Opera House. Your trial is about to begin.
Trial?
My trial?
What's going on?
Wait, why would I need to go to the Opera House?
Yes, she's right, Demoiselle. It's just about time now, so we should get...
Oh? All right then.
Look, it's Navia! She's here!
And her two attendants are with her.
Really? We're
Goodness.
going on a trial
Everyone's
right
finally
now?
here.
How does this connect to the story?
There are a lot of people
I'm
here to
lost.
see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly excited about something.
Yeah, everyone's excited about the
Some of these
trials.
people. Karina, Desiree,
Yeah,
Joyville.
these are now for sure the ones that died,
There are
dissolved,
so many people here.
and yet she can't remember.
Why do I have no recollection of this case?
Yeah.
And as for the judge... huh?
Yeah, well,
Where's Monsieur Neuvillette?
he can't be here, right?
Please sit in the defendant's seat.
Although he
Don't
is the
worry, Silver
Hydro
and I shall
Dragon,
accompany you.
he probably could show
Alright.
up.
But are you sure you can stand behind me?
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed, but today is an exception.
I think she can have attorneys or something. Who
Hey,
is
what kind of place do they think this is?
who is going against her?
Do they have any idea what they're doing?
Seriously.
Enough with the whispering! Could someone please
This is
tell me
unusual,
where Monsieur
actually.
Neuvillette is? And why I'm standing trial?
Yeah, not only the trial is odd, it's empty. You can even hear how the room is quiet. There's no lights. It's just what, four people, I think, or maybe a bit more.
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet realized what you've done?
Nope.
In that case, allow me to explain.
Please do.
As all here know, you are Master Callus's successor.
Yeah, there's
the
2,
head
4,
of the
6.
Spina di Rasula.
This guy,
Someone
7.
held in high regard by every soul in Poisson. After you took over the Spina, you treated all of us just like the late Master Callus had. If anyone in need reached out to you for help, you responded. Not only you, but your butler, your subordinates, nearly everyone in the Spina di Rasula fought for the well-being of those in Poisson.
Yeah.
Wait a moment. Aren't you just proving that I'm a good person?
Until there's a catch and he starts saying the horrible things.
Yes, correct. Absolutely
Huh?
right. And that is why you stand accused. You have helped so many people get through so many difficulties.
You're accused of helping
You are
people.
one with us.
What kind of nonsense is this?
Inseparable. We are one big family. All of us who are from Poisson, inextricably linked. And with you being so important, we couldn't possibly do without you. Therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare you guilty, and you shall stay here. You will be together
Wait, you
with
can't
us.
decide that.
Huh? What are you saying?
I'm as confused as you now, yeah.
Everything you have said is correct. I have indeed done a lot for my hometown, and I would be willing to be with you all, but what is the purpose of having me stand here like this? What is there to discuss?
Give me some answers.
Ah, well, if that's what you think, then I have no further comments.
How wonderful, Miss Navia!
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to remember now. Yes, I get it. This trial is...
Is what?
Wait just
Spit it
a
out.
moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's guilty!
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Okay, they're getting weird now.
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
So she
I
is
wish to exercise
dissolved,
my right
right?
to defend Our Lady. Mr. Joinville, you only know of
I'm
Navia's goodness,
thinking
but nothing of her utterly independent mind.
This is her consciousness dissolving into the waters?
She was born a free and independent spirit. She has never been tied down by anything. Indeed, even the death of Master Callus couldn't stop her.
Her actions cannot serve as proof that she identifies herself as part of any group. She merely acted as an individual, extending her hand to help others. Please do not mistake her actions as being otherwise.
Yeah, she's not a great person as you think she is.
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget,
Yeah,
we
it
are
does
all
sound it like now.
Fontanians here. This is the nation of
They're
justice,
trying to
the nation
merge
of
with her.
Hydro. Even if Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance, that doesn't change the fact that her beautiful soul must return to everyone. Water accepts all, blends with all. It will surely accept her kindness.
Reminds me of what the Oceanid Rodea said.
Everything is measured here in the nation of Hydro.
Is
And in
this
the
guy an
end,
Oceanid?
everyone shall meld together. Thus, when a unanimous opinion emerges, that opinion represents justice. Now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We and Navia are one.
Nope.
And you would call this justice?
Not going with it.
Preposterous. You are merely jealous that Demoiselle still has a chance to exist as an individual. Have you forgotten how much you
tell him,
all
Melus.
once longed to become individuals, to become independent?
Do you mean to defy our justice?
Oh, okay,
If your
everyone's
justice
going
is flawed,
crazy
then why
now.
should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I shall defend Demoiselle, and that is how we will enforce justice.
Ugh, my head. It hurts.
Demoiselle,
Silver, it hurts. My head is spinning.
What's going
All I
on?
can see is stars swirling in front of me.
Is her mind being dissolved already?
Everything that seemed odd from the very beginning. Karina, Desiree,
They're dead.
Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Melus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but
Now you remember.
they're all dead.
don't be afraid, and don't admit guilt. We will protect you to the very end.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority, and in the nation of trials, the majority is absolute justice.
Still, the judge has the final say.
Don't let them escape! We shall keep Navia here with us!
Mr. Melus and Mr. Silver.
These people are
Must
crazy.
you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the
Oh,
collective?
something's
Do
happening.
not resist. This judgment is fair and just.
Oh, there we go.
Navia belongs to us.
I saw that. You're an
After
Oceanid.
all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
Now it's all making sense. They're trying to absorb her.
What are you saying?
No more excuses!
They're all Oceanids.
She says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent individual?
Oh, you don't like that, huh?
What's with these people? Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us.
Miss Navia.
Silence!
Oh, just in time, Nouvellette.
That's...
Yeah, back to your places.
Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense and cannot constitute a proper
Yeah,
trial.
tell him, Nouvellette.
The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objections from any unauthorized party.
So suddenly everyone's silent.
Our thanks, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
It's the real you, right?
But...
Go on now, Demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place.
I'm guessing that
What, can't bear to
Silver
leave us
and
behind
Moose,
or
when they
something?
dissolved, they didn't want to be absorbed with the Oceanid, so that's why they're acting individually.
Loose.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be
Oh, come
our last
on.
goodbye.
Well, she did want to say goodbye to them.
Quickly, you must come now.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
She's okay.
Navia?
You're awake?
Oh.
Good.
So Nuvilet is here.
I must have been dreaming.
How did that work,
Luce and
actually?
Silver
Did
were
Ether
still alive,
drop
and
in
they
or
were-
what?
They were defending me at some insane trial.
It looks like you're all right.
And when did Nuvilet come over
Did all
here?
the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare? Paimon could give you a hug.
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward the water.
Oh.
You were just about to be dissolved within.
In that
but
moment?
What is it?
I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retrieve you. Were it not for their intervention,
That all happened in
I
a
would not
second?
have been able to rescue you before your consciousness dissipated.
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vache?
So, people that are dissolved became oceanids? Well, why already know that?
Perhaps
Why are you
those
so
2
surprised?
Oceanids were the people you saw in your
I just
dream.
didn't know if this is the part.
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me.
Yeah. And
To
they
think
still
that they
did.
keep doing so even after death.
So, if you're gonna drop in once again, they might protect you again.
Please come with me.
Sure. Give her some time to herself.
Neverlet, are you okay?
He's okay. Don't worry about him.
Oh, I am quite all right. Perhaps there's something we could chat about?
Why do you look so stiff all of a sudden?
Well, Paimon, come on.
Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who feels awkward when there's nothing to talk about, right?
No.
I merely thought that we should give Navia some time to herself.
Huh? Why didn't you just say so then? Don't you think it's even more awkward to call us over like this and then have nothing to talk about?
I suppose so.
Oh, by the way, Sijuin sends her regards.
Ah, Sijuin. I hope all is well with her these days.
Yeah, have you
Her
seen
work in
her?
the fortress of Meropide has not been too much for her, has it?
No way, don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She's an amazing head nurse.
Yeah, a bit of a weird nurse.
I see. Well, that is good. I have always worried that Sijuin would need a lot of time to understand the world of humanity, just as I have.
Yeah, she needs some time still.
Oh, and the Duke also says hi. Even though Seedream made him do that. He hopes that you haven't been overwhelmed by all that's happened lately.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately, and I also hope that everything is going well in the fortress of Meropide.
He still doesn't know what to talk about.
I don't know.
Let's chat about something else
You're
then.
the expert here, Paimon. What should we talk about?
So, Neverlet, you're probably quite the swimmer, huh?
That's a weird question.
Yes, of course.
He's the Hydro Dragon.
This isn't going anywhere. Let's try something else. How did you find these ruins?
Oh yeah, that's a
Did the
better
maid tell you?
question.
Yes, in fact.
What?
I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were helping the residents evacuate. They had even transported a large quantity of supplies to the area. Amid my astonishment, I ran into the knave, and we had a chat. She informed me that she had asked you to investigate the ancient ruins here.
Okay, what else did she
We
say?
originally planned to meet up with you, but we thought you
Or
might still be
maybe
busy with all those official
this is a
documents.
diversion.
We didn't think exploring the ruins would take very long, and who would have
She
thought
is
you'd
looking
wrap things
forward
up
to
so quickly?
Gnosis after all. Hope now you can get back on her feet. Oh, and we're just gonna...
I'm sorry to have
Keep
kept
going?
you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Poor Nuvilet will come.
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
I mean, he's the best option to have with you right now. Oh yeah, okay, we are on the tower.
Oh no.
Really?
Unstable path.
The stairs are now breaking. Music change. What? Okay, this place is unstable. Everything is breaking. Why am I moving up? Tower's going to fall apart. The rocks aren't the problem, time on. Okay, nice shot there. No one survives the ice burst. Especially with this new set, she's basically stronger 3 times. Yeah, this is some action. Easy for you to say, you can't fall. Oh, more people and a ruin guard.
Right now, emerge. Right here. Everyone hold hands.
Come on, wake up.
Share my knowledge.
Everyone gets to be in the party. Nulas is just unstoppable. What is that thing? Where are we? For now, this is just some ruins. Okay, we're gonna fly somewhere. Oh, further. Do we go all the way there? There's a structure there. Obviously, this was, I don't know, like a whole city or something. So we do go here. What are we gonna meet here?
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place? There should not be any other hidden spaces in the vicinity.
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
It isn't? There seems to be something on the wall. And how are we gonna get back? Oh, writings.
Stone slates. It seems like they were put here as an offering.
Perhaps we should just leave them be for now.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates.
3?
The slate that should be in the first empty spot is missing.
Or broken.
The surrounding walls also show signs of damage.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see. Reason dictates that this nation be destroyed. I shall record the history of its future here in its past.
Oh, is that the prophecy?
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here for a purpose. But does he mean that Fontaine should be destroyed?
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes. Indeed, the slate's contents correspond
and we're trying
to
to prevent that.
There's a person kneeling here. She seems so dedicated. And there's a whole bunch of other people behind her doing the same.
Or?
She's facing this... what is this?
And
Some
the one...
kinda island in the sky?
It's obviously Celestia.
And is that Lady Farina in the third image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the water?
I don't think so. I think it's something worse.
Is that a ring of people around her? Paimon doesn't quite get it. Are they all in the water?
The fourth image.
Oh.
I know this one.
Yeah, I also know
this
that
exactly matches the content of the prophecy.
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne.
Yes, they do seem to match. But I hope it doesn't happen. Still, I don't have a clue. Oh, is there something more?
More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it. Most likely due to us missing the first slate.
Really? Can't you tell with all the 3?
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Neuvillette. Deciphering ancient stone slates isn't one of your duties.
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just looking at these slates. This says that it's the history of the future, right? That means the prophecy's sure to come true.
I really hope it doesn't mean that.
Still,
Yeah, what are we gonna
feels
do
like
then?
these images are kind of weird when you look at them together.
I get what you mean, Paimon.
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the third? Where the Hydro Archon herself falls into the water?
I don't know.
And yet the order is reversed here.
They're part of the wall, so I guess the order is correct. Second image is also quite concerning.
If we go by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the third image. That means that the person in the second image might be the previous Hydro Archon.
What was the name?
Egeria, then?
Yeah, Egeria.
I had never met her, but her appearance here does match the records.
I mean, knowing the Archons, they look very similar.
The previous Archon
But we
kneeling
never
before
seen
the
her
floating
yet.
island in the skies, as if confessing a sin.
Oh yeah,
Did she herself commit that sin?
probably
And
she did.
If not, why would she be in such a posture? Also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at all. Judging from their contents, could this place be the origin of the prophecy? Does that mean that someone, or some people, once saw these slates?
But who would have created these slates and left these words here?
I don't know.
It seems that any further clues will have to come from Farina.
But Farina, well,
In that case, there's no time to lose. There's nothing else
we
to be gained
already
here,
asked.
so
She
let's
doesn't.
head back first.
She says she doesn't know. Arlecchino did push her to the point, but she doesn't yield any answers.
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Yeah, we should get out. And so who created slaves doesn't matter now. The real question is whether things will truly play out as the prophecy foretells or not. That's exactly what I said.
Split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina. You know how it is. There's some things you just need to be there for yourself.
Well, just be careful.
You still have energy for that, Navia? Paimon's already beat.
Just head back to the Fleuve Cendre and have a rest then. Thanks for keeping me company all this time.
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work today. Rest well, everyone. Traveler, I will go talk to Farina tomorrow morning to ask about the stone slates.
And what am I gonna do during this
I'm
time?
sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office. I will share the results of our discussion with you.
Alright, see you tomorrow.
Are you really gonna talk to her about this directly? Will that be a problem?
It will be a problem.
Paimon's getting a little
There's no
scared
other
now
way.
that it's come to this.
She has long been harboring secrets, and will not give them up easily.
Yeah.
Which makes it all the more my duty to ensure that she understands the present
Alright, we'll leave it in your hands then. You're probably the best person to talk to her anyway.
He is the best. Well, maybe Ether could. I mean, he is. What was he? The witness, the record keeper.
I will be carefully considering
He's
my words
supposed to
tonight.
record everything happening.
Traveler, Paimon, our safe
That was
house
back
at the
in
Fleuve
Leeway,
Cendre is
if
always
no one
open to you
remembers.
as ever. So please don't think you're an imposition.
No, it's fine.
All right. I'll be on my way then.
About the party and Paimon got Spina to the Sula. Why so suddenly? I don't get it.
We're finally back!
Why was I forced teleported back? I thought we can just split up.
Welcome back. We've got a special menu prepared for you two tonight.
Yeah, I do. Do I remember you? Who cares?
Yay! And there's good food
Yeah,
too!
he's offering Paimon food. He's the best friend now.
Is the best.
You did great as well, Paimon.
Ooh,
Oh,
desserts!
that one.
Nice
That one looks delicious. Is that bread? Huge.
Paimon's already starting to forget what happened today.
Really? Wait. Really? Mona? You Gotta be kidding me. I asked for Mona to show up in Fontaine all this time. Now at Act 5 she shows up. Well, finally, it's about time.
That voice. Is that who I think it is?
Yes, it's me. Because back then, well, back in Sumer, I was expecting to see Mona or even she acting as a guy for Fontaine, but
It's you two.
only now?
What are you doing in Fontaine?
Same question goes to you. What are you here? Back to your home? Also, this is a weird time to come back to Fontaine. Yeah, Lady Magistus.
Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever they've got time to just see who they'll meet on the road.
Mona, you're lying. Remember when we met in Leeway, you did exactly that. But no matter.
Still, we didn't expect to see you here. Wait, you're not a Fontanian, are you, Mona?
Of course she is. Isn't she?
Well, I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city. I was just out for a stroll when I bumped into you. Quite unexpectedly,
So
if I
you
might
were here
add.
all the time?
Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though?
Wait,
Is
what?
that because Magistus doesn't sound much like a Mondstadter surname?
Hold on. Was I wrong the whole time?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Because I understood she came to Mondstadt, for her researches. And she didn't want to return back to her master for personal reasons. Then she went to Leeway, met us, and then lived in Mondstadt. She moved in Mondstadt, but where did she came from then?
Well, I used to have my own surname, which was,
Oh.
well, some other thing.
Come on, tell
Either
me.
way, the old hag told me when she took me as her disciple that the first step to being a great astrologist's pupil was to change that name.
So you're not from Fontaine?
There was nothing for it, really. She really is amazing at astrology, so I changed my name to what it is now according to her wishes. To my surprise, however, Magistus is not the name of some ancient house or clan.
Wait, you named your surname because she wished. Why? Don't you like your own surname? And what is it? Now I'm curious.
Nope. Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it generally just means great. Wow! Imagine including a boast in your name. Wait, are you gonna have to put that into your genealogy as well? I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if I were to take one.
And may I ask what your master's name is? Oh, okay, that's also a good question.
Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
I won't remember that.
Whoa, that's a long one. Does it also mean great or something?
Well, at least we found out her master's name.
My name means Mona the Great Astrologist.
Yeah, I know.
As for the old hag, hers is, in
What
plain
the-
speech, the thrice as great scholar of the stars. Just take it as a title specific to astrologists.
That's too much.
Thrice as great? That's so petty.
Exactly.
I know, right? That's just how she is. She used to call herself Magistus, actually, but when she took me in, she changed her name to Trismegistus.
Ah, okay, she's getting jealous of her disciple and changed her name to be even greater.
Talk about excessive.
Yeah.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school. so
Okay,
to
we're not
speak,
gonna
which
talk
makes it
about
the same
names
as a
right now.
surname.
We're in a
It's
crisis.
alright if you don't get it. You can look into it further should
Oh,
you need to study
triples.
astrology more deeply.
Triple appetite time on? Okay, for the jokes.
Terrible!
I know it sounds terrible,
But anyway, you're not Fontanian, are you, Mona? You're from Mondstadt, right?
but how? Where did she come from then?
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to Dorman Port, and I traveled with the old hag for a while, after which I
Of
settled
course.
down in Mondstadt City.
Dorman Port, the place we're waiting for 4 years almost. When is it gonna be? When does Mondstadt get an expansion? Besides having Dragon Spine. Every other zone, look at Leeway, it got expanded, what, 3 times? Okay. You're from Mondstadt, so I was wrong all this time.
Oh, that's a good thing then. At least we know you won't be dissolved by Fontaine's waters.
Yeah, good.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in Fontaine,
Yes,
right?
I am.
I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same.
Nothing has happened to me yet.
There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
I hope maybe Mona will help us. Did you come to Fontaine because of the prophecy?
That was the main reason, yes.
Oh.
Just a while back, the Steambird invited me to
I'll
take
be
part in a panel
I'll be
and speak
impressed
about
if
the
she
circulation of the
actually
prophecies
helps out
and
in this case.
astrologist. The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this much trouble.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist.
One
Your word would go a long way to
I
make
could
things more
say,
certain
Mona
and less
could have told us
scary.
about the prophecy since this is going on for a long time. And she never bothered us to tell us. That's one thing I don't like about she could have told us.
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist.
Yes.
And that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine, even that of all Tevat. Ascertaining this is akin to reading the fortune of the whole world.
Okay, and can you use your scry glass for this?
I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could do it, you would no longer call me an astrologist, but a visionary.
Is that a better title?
But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a powerful visionary. Its contents involve the fate of the world. Disregarding it would be a mistake.
A visionary? Sounds really powerful and all, but does such a person really exist?
Probably does.
Of course. The old hag could do it. And I bet there are others amongst those Hexenzirkel colleagues of hers
yeah.
who could do something similar.
Alice, Rheindaughtr, what else there? This Barbeloth, what else there was? That's 3. There's Nicole. Do we know only 4? Okay, I need ascertain the accuracy of the prophecy.
Are you sure?
Yes, why are you scared?
All right, I'll help you. It isn't often that I see you with such a serious look on your face. I'll tell you once I hear back from her.
Wait, we're gonna wait again.
Thanks, Mona. You're amazing as always.
Oh, well, this is something only I can do after all. So yes, your praises are quite welcome.
That's the greatest of astrologists for you! Of all the people we know,
Yeah,
you
keep
know
praising
Astar's
her
the
more.
best.
She likes it.
Indeed.
See?
That's the spirit.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about. If there's anything you need,
Oh yeah.
do not
There's such an
hesitate to
echo
inform the
that
Spina di
we
Rosu.
basically are screaming.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now. If I receive any news, I'll be sure to come find you two again.
Okay, Mona. At least I've
And there she goes, quick
got
as
to
rushing
see my
water.
favorite character.
And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks.
Well, we were making a rocket.
But we were able to recruit Mona's help, didn't we?
I hope she
Fontanian
helps
friends
us
will thank
further.
someday.
Would be a shame. After the conversation, you say a good night's sleep to replenish your energy. It would be a shame if she wouldn't help us further.
To be honest, I'm still feeling kind of sleepy.
Then go back to sleep.
But it's time to get up, traveler. We agreed to go see Neuvillette, so let's pack it up and get going.
Oh, we're back here again.
You're here! Finally!
It's the Dean.
Is something wrong?
Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina, they seem to have gotten into a dispute.
Oh, they're
Please go see for
arguing.
yourself.
Should I interrupt?
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
Yep,
they're going at it.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us.
Yeah, Neuvillette has lost his
It is
patience.
not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not?
I think she is.
Look at this.
But
This
also
is a
not.
list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
You mean they're all...
We did not arrive
Yes,
in time
they're
to
all
avert this
dead.
disaster.
Dissolved.
And I will not have it happen again. I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you know. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything about those?
Yeah, what
Seriously?
about those?
You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that.
Maybe you should take this to the court.
But you found them in some ancient ruins, you
But
say?
I don't know, I somewhat believe her.
That's correct.
And
Which
I
is
don't
why
hate
I came to ask
Farina.
you some questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing.
Yeah, where's
The
the
other
fourth?
3 featured
Who
different
stole it?
images that seemed to correlate to the prophecy.
The prophecy?
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if confessing something. Do you know nothing of this either?
Well, I'm guessing she did something and that's what caused the prophecy.
I don't. I've never seen such slates.
I'll ask you again.
Really?
Do you really have no
Well, it's
information
just not
regarding the
taking it.
previous Archon? My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
Yeah, he's kinda right.
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing?
Is it? I thought they at least give their knowledge or something. Pass up to the next one.
I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
Then what can you tell us, Farina?
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Farina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters.
Well, at least she was doing something.
There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following your inquiries. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool. And yet, your behavior is very inconsistent.
No, that knows so much.
So you've been watching me all this time, have you? I didn't
Really?
think you were that type.
Really? Farina, stop being crazy.
You...
Well, since you know about my secret investigations, then you should know I'm actually working to take care of it. There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix,
I
but
can
you're
even
still
hear the
my
echo in the
subordinate.
room.
You should be following my lead. Just trust in me. You're Archon, and do as I say.
Sounds
Never
like
mind
they're in a
whether you can truly
museum.
convince yourself to or not. It'll all turn out fine.
Hopefully.
That's all I have to say. We do not discuss this matter again. Oh, the opera's about to start. Toodles!
And she's gonna leave? In a real hurry.
Did Farina not notice us standing by the door?
Nope.
Wonder what's up with her. She was smiling. Huh. She didn't seem in the mood to care if we were listening in or not.
She seems deeply troubled. And what we'll know, let's
I
say.
assume you've been outside for a while now?
Oh, we saw everything.
Oh, you noticed. Seems Farina didn't even realize we were here.
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Our discussion reached impasses time and again, a state of affairs that we cannot allow to continue.
Oh, so that wasn't the only time.
Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding, so why did she keep refusing to engage?
I'm afraid questions alone might not suffice. We need to make her understand how dire the situation actually is.
Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The
I
issue
mean,
is
she
her attitude.
knows. She
I fear that she will
did
not reveal
see
anything
what happened
unless
to
absolutely
Passan.
forced to.
So
We may have to create a situation in
she's
which
just
she will have no
scared.
choice but to speak.
Oh? What?
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro
So we're gonna
Archon
put her on a
experience
trial,
just
right?
such a scenario.
But Farina's seen so many trials, and she's really good at dodging questions. How do we make sure that she won't just slip away at the first chance she gets?
Well, in a trial, you can't actually dodge a question. You either answer it or just get accused.
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties, and then do what we can.
Join who?
If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but we must prevent the prophecy from coming to pass.
Well, we're trying.
This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in crisis.
Just don't ask me to
the
join
information
Arlecchino.
the god possesses is too precious, and so we must take a chance on this.
In that case, we will help.
But who will lend us their aid to do such a
I
thing?
think I know who to call. Don't say it. Who is it? A few days later on the boat, somewhere quite in Poisson.
Well, that's everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Where? Where are we?
Poisson was just involved in a disaster,
Okay,
so it's
Lynette.
presently devoid of people. That naturally makes it the best choice.
Oh, we're in Poisson then. Okay.
And here you are drinking tea like it's the most natural thing in the world, huh?
That's what families should do. Sit and enjoy a leisurely time together.
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
Okay, what else we have?
Lend me your ears, everyone.
Navia as well.
Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
No, Navia, don't ask for him name.
Me?
He's too shy.
No, I don't think I can.
Then, how about you, good sir?
What's
I
with the
fear that
acting?
I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things.
Are we doing a play or
Wonderful,
something?
The spotlight at last. I guess I'll be facilitating things from here.
Or is
That was a little long-winded, don't you think?
yeah? Or is it some kind of a secret
you might be right.
conversation?
Anyway, to cut to the chase, our friend here, the Traveler, has brought us together to discuss something. As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create a series of traps.
Oh, how intriguing.
Well, it's just an expression, really. One that I just learned from Chlorand, and used on the spot. So, let's invite her to explain in detail.
Huh? Didn't you say that you would be facilitating this?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This
Oh, she
is a
doesn't
good
want to
chance
speak much.
practice. You might even pick up some fancy oratory tricks to impress your boss with in the future.
I see. And what does my boss say?
He's right there.
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
In that case, do any of you have experience hunting?
Oh, I have.
Not that I recall.
I hunted plenty of boars.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger. As for Lynette, oh, right. You were sick that day, weren't you?
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before. Does that count?
I don't know if that counts.
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once played host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunters.
I know those.
Though that was their name, they did not hunt animals, but rather various monsters left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus.
Oh, yeah. I read
Today,
about that.
Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended back into society, taking
Which
up
are now
arms
the
in other
Marechaussee
lines of work.
Phantom.
They even left a unique methodology of hunting in their wake.
Yeah, so they became from hunters to agents.
A trap comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger, and a containment device. Sometimes a
Well,
lethal
obviously.
implement will also be necessary to deal
That's
with
what
the
a
prey.
trap is.
So, if we were to build a trap together, right now, what would you choose to build it with?
A cage?
For me, I would prefer something basket-shaped. Pigeons and rabbits will see the bait and naturally enter the snare. Our line of work requires a deft hand, and we're some of the best in the industry, so you can count on our techniques.
Are we thinking about
You used some of
capturing
those techniques while
Farina?
moving the people of Poisson, didn't you? My subordinates mentioned that you even performed some magic for the bawling children.
Yes, and I even managed to gather some intelligence in the meantime. I'm quite the multitasker if I do say so myself.
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit. I prefer more stable methods, like placing bait in the water and waiting for the fish to come within reach.
Oh, okay.
That's the kind of method I would count on.
He's patient.
Calm and steady. Exactly the kind of person who would catch loads of fish.
And I can be their assistant.
With discretion, I'm sure.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical animal. Papa once bought me some small clockwork squirrels, mice, and such. When placed in the forest, they can attract others of their kind. I remember that you liked those too, didn't you?
I did. And that would be a good way to go about it. If they're realistic enough, animals of the same kind will follow them all the way to the trap.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
I fear I do not have any related experience.
Like
That
he
makes
would
sense.
know how to make traps.
You usually solve problems directly, without the use of any such tricks. But I do have one more question for you, monsieur. If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
I would like for it to be effective, but bring no harm to the prey. A more gentle trap would be ideal.
Kind, as always.
So it is
However,
for Farina.
our intention doesn't necessarily change the containment device and the type of implement we need. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be captured and safely contained.
Wait, why's that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it. The line that divides life and death is often
okay.
exceedingly thin.
So that's why chlorine is needed here.
So, are we going hunting together?
Huh. We hadn't thought of seeing ourselves as hunters. It kinda works, but maybe it's still not the best metaphor.
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, then the hunting metaphor is actually quite accurate. But we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god, a being whose seat is an exalted throne.
That's right.
Oh, so that's what's going on.
You mean you didn't know?
Sounds very interesting.
Chlorine's hunting metaphor was just that, a metaphor. You will not call this a hunt, because that is not what you should do at present. Nor has the relationship between you and Farina reached such a dire stage. What you need simply is secrets she is keeping. Attempting to take her secrets is an act of sacrilegious disrespect, but must be done to prevent Fontaine from sinking into waters as foretold at the prophecy. There's neither hunter nor prey, but there must be a trap. That is what you will need. Okay, I see. And where do I go now? All the way back? So I'm just gonna hang out here?
It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? So much has been happening.
Those meetings sure did make me hungry.
Paimon didn't think the meetings would go on for so long, but everyone seemed pretty fired up, huh? Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it, but everyone else just looked a little surprised.
Do you feel more confident after the meetings, Paimon?
It's hard to say. Paimon doesn't have any experience with this sort of thing. But with you around, Paimon sure will do great. After all, you're the most reliable person in the world, aren't you? Huh?
Something wrong?
Did you just pour some tea?
Nah,
I
no.
didn't notice you doing that at all.
No, I didn't.
Then what's that?
Where did that come from?
Never seen that cup before?
Don't be frightened.
Oh.
I'm just joining you two for tea.
I know that
I
voice.
merely refrained from saying anything till now.
Who's that voice?
I know.
But there's no one here.
Aw,
It's the same
have
voice
you
in
forgotten me
Sumeru.
already?
Wait, you are familiar.
So
You're
it's
the voice we heard from the sky in Sumeru.
one of the Hexen Circle.
The voice from the sky,
I fear that description is wrong. You're feeling lost now, just as you were feeling previously. I sensed that confusion and thus came to you.
Yeah, I am
Guiding
confused.
people is an
Who are you?
irresistible
What do you want
hobby
with
of
us?
mine, after all. Consider me a passerby, just accepting a commission from my friend's disciple on a whim.
So where are you? Why are you invisible or something? Friend's disciple, so this is one of the friends Mona's master? The enigmatic end of the Hexen Circle? Will Fontaine's prophecy come true?
Prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied
Mage
will be
N.
fulfilled.
So is this Nicole?
You may view such things as the history of the future.
Really? It's gonna happen?
Then is there any way we can stop it?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in Tevat so easily be changed?
There it is again, fate.
Ah, so you've caught on. Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspective
What if
of
I
the gods.
change fate?
Could things be happening in hidden corners where the god's gaze does not fall? Are the things that you shall see different from the fate that the gods perceive?
What is she talking about? It all sounds really impressive and important and stuff.
I don't get it either.
It also sounds kind of scary.
Tea and the teacup is just about gone as well.
I believe that you understand,
Huh?
right? Some things are
Like
insignificant.
when she talks, the
Others
tea just
you must reach
dissipates
out
on its
to
own.
change. Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future.
It is empty.
All you need to do is to play your part. This was good tea, by the way.
How
Thank you
are
for
you
your
drinking
hospitality.
that tea?
Well, that'll be all for today.
The voice. It's gone.
Mage N, is this the clue you're leaving for us? That wasn't much of a clue. Unexpected news leads to conflict. When you wake up, someone meets you outside.
I want to hear someone talking. Alright, coming.
You're getting more diligent, Pipemon.
Hey, it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Well, I see I've walked
Oh.
in on some lively banter.
Mona, glad to see you again. Mona! Where you been these past few days?
Fine, just fine. I went to take part in that Steambird panel.
Maybe I'll see
It
her
turned out to be more
in this act.
interesting than I
Or
expected.
maybe further?
Not all Fontanians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong, and that they should make their own rescue preparations. I agreed, so we had a brief chat with her.
Did she have pink hair by any chance?
Yeah, is that Charlotte?
Why, yes, it was Charlotte.
Oh, of course.
You remember her, right? That
course I do.
daredevil journalist. I'm in full support of her view. Prophecies are very important, but how can people allow their lives to be commandeered by just a few words?
That's right! Paimon's glad to hear something sensible for once.
Ah, yes. About what we had discussed before. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't reach the old hag. I'll try again tonight, but I wouldn't get your hopes
Actually,
up.
someone already came over.
Huh?
Yeah, you tell Mona about your mysterious guest.
Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
Yes, I believe she came to pass a message to
She
us.
said that even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon. Most people would believe the gods to be all-knowing, right?
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary.
I wonder if she wants
As
to
for
be
the
a part
Mage
of that
Inn,
circle.
Your hag has mentioned her a few times. She said that N's sense of direction is incredible, and that she loves guiding those who are lost.
Oh, really?
But I've never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd be... well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and N's been around for longer than that.
Longer than that?
Whoa. The Hexen Circle sounds like a scary group. But they must really stay in shape to live so long.
Stay in shape. Yeah, right. Wonder when I'll meet at least one of them. Either Nicole, Barbalos, Rhindaughter, I don't know.
Their abilities alone are
Or
pretty
Alice?
terrifying.
Which one
If
will
she came to
be
see
the
you
first one?
personally, then the problem you're facing must truly be of great importance.
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand anything she said.
Yes, she was quite cryptic, but I suspect she means that there is still a way to turn things around. She didn't say when or what that would be, though, so perhaps it is something that you cannot know right now.
Yeah, but what? What could it be? True, her words were meant as helpful hint, but when will we realize the value and meaning? Was that the best answer that my question could have gotten?
Traveler, Paimon, are you two alright?
No.
Oh, we're fine. We're just a little down right now. It kind of feels like the end is coming, you know?
I see. I feel that same sense of desperation, too. I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed fate. So far as I have seen, it cannot be swayed.
Yeah, I remember how you said that.
But even so, I still hope for, and believe in, miracles. Astrology is eternal and rational, but fate may not be. It is cruel, but it can also be beautiful. Perhaps that's what En was trying to tell you. Not to lose heart, and to believe that what you are seeing playing out before you is not yet set in stone. I did originally think of steering clear of all this, but I couldn't. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone. If we don't struggle to the last, then how can we face the end when it comes?
Huh.
Yeah, you're right.
You do have a point.
There I go, talking about astrological principles again. Sorry about that. The moment I start talking about work-related stuff.
Yeah, it's sometimes interesting
need
to
to get
listen to
going.
her. Don't worry about it, Mona, and thank you.
It was worth trying to comfort you, even if only a little. I believe that you'll help those who are struggling in the same way I did. I suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
Just be sure to
Paimon
show
feels
up
kinda
again.
moved by what Mona said, but also kinda sad too. Hey, Traveler, Paimon suddenly feels like going outside for a walk. Let's go.
But you don't walk, Paimon, you fly.
Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by. The underwater stronghold, the Fortress of Meripede, has continued in its noble autonomy. But that does not mean that others cannot interact with it.
Ah,
My
must be
recent
Charlotte's
attempts to
work.
enter the fortress bore
Who
little
else?
fruit. Huh. Guess Charlotte still hasn't given up on that. Thus, did an Outlander friend become the focus of this report. A blonde adventurer with their white fairy legends trailing in their wake.
How many names
mysterious traveler
Paimon
once
has? A
visited the
fairy,
underwater fortress.
floating object, balloon, all kinds, but no one acknowledges or even asks what she is. I'm still baffled.
So while the fortress's interior remains a mystery behind closed doors, do not fear, for the tales of the traveler contain surprises in spades. Journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop yet, the Traveler's Trail, World Walker.
Oh, that's a nice name.
Charlotte
World
took so
Walker.
many awesome photos of us and we never even noticed her. She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since we're easier to find, she's using us as the subject matter instead?
That sure seems to be the case.
Ugh, seriously? Well, fine. Those headlines and photos do look cool, so Paimon will forgive her
What,
this
do you
time.
want compensation for that? So, go where? Where are we here?
We're here! Paimon's hungry.
We're going
Should
to the
we go in
restaurant?
and get something to eat? Hey, quick! Look!
That's what?
That's the limited edition, only 16 slices a day cake!
Oh, it hasn't already sold out for the day.
It was so delicious appreciate the tense situation we were in.
The
Let's
last
give it
time-
another go. I'm sure it'll be great.
The last time you ate it, we got in trouble. On purpose. Can't let anyone get ahead of us.
One slice of cake, please.
Hey!
Someone showed up after all. Oh, wait, you're the one from the
Oh,
Palais
it's
Memorial.
Celine.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too?
We're seeing
It
her a
seems
lot
Monsieur
often
Neuvillette
now.
was right. You really can eat.
I like her.
Wait, did he really say something like that?
That's right. Even he has his own preferences when it comes to food. As for me, I love the cake and coffee here.
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my
That's a
daily
lot-
schedule.
a lot of
apart from
cakes.
work. I shall have my cake and coffee.
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would be closing soon, and you wouldn't get to eat cake here anymore? What would you think?
But why would it close?
Well, that would be
Paimon doesn't
terrible.
know either, but maybe the waters will rise tomorrow. You know, like in the prophecy.
Oh, the prophecy. To be honest, I haven't paid much attention to that. No. Still, even if there'd be no more cake tomorrow, that wouldn't keep me from having some today. No. It's the same
Yeah,
for eating
that's
in
right.
general. You might not be able to eat tomorrow, but if you can do so today, then you should carry on. That's what people call living, you know.
Yeah, she's right about that, but
Huh.
I would be very nervous
Don't
and scared.
be sad. Excuse me, could I have 2 more slices of cake to go?
Hey, slow down.
These 2 slices are for you. Sijuin
Oh,
said
okay.
that this kind of expression you're making is what humans call being sad.
Okay, so that's what
Oh, you know
Sijuin said.
Sijuin?
I sure do.
How
She
come
was
they
born
wouldn't know
before
each
me,
other?
and she sometimes
I
comes
think
to the
every
surface to teach
Melzi
us things
knows
about
each other.
humans. She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily, yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them delicious food. So please try the cakes here. I've got something else to do, so I'll be going now. You two try to stay in a good mood after eating, all right? Bye.
Okay, bye.
And there she goes. All right, let's dig in. I'm sure
That-
this cake will be delicious.
That last text didn't match what she said. Share a glance with Paimon and just eat the cake.
Last time, and the flavor gets even better with a sip of tea. It sure would be nice if we could come again tomorrow. Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious food here.
Leave the hotel. Was it a hotel? I thought it's a restaurant as well. Let's see. Quickly. Wanna check. Aha! There are recipes I missed. I thought I was here for once. Yeah, see? I bought all of these. Probably during an update I missed.
We're near the Steambird office. Let's go
course
look
we
for
are.
Charlotte and have a chat.
There she is.
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon! Oh, have you seen the article I wrote about you?
Oh, yes we did.
You've got some nerve. You just used us to make some quick mora.
Can we negotiate a profit split?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though.
How can we receive letters when we are always on the go?
It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you. I've even set the table with some food.
Really? Oh, you're the best.
Are you not worried? You'll
You're
lose
almost
your
a little
salary.
too easy to win over, Paimon. If I were a journalist with ulterior motives, you'd be in trouble now, you know.
Yeah,
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like that.
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden?
but there are some people like that. Yeah, we were looking for you. Actually, I should try using her more. I have her, but I just don't know what characters to combine her with.
So she mentioned me? What did she say?
She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist.
Nice. In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary Traveler and Paimon?
What's so exclusive? We're talking every...
So your
I think we talked every act already.
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like live photography.
That
I'd
only
like
came
to do is
into my
dive
mind right
deeper
now.
and ask you to talk
I think
about the
Charlotte
things you've
was in
seen
every
and
act.
experienced.
Seriously, you want to interview me?
Yeah, are we even qualified enough?
Why not? If I say you're
Why-
worth an
why
interview, then you're
qualified?
worth it. But not right now, of course. I'll need a few days to prepare.
Oh, in that case,
What
we'll
if we
just
don't
chat
have a
when you
few
have the time
days?
then?
It's urgent.
So that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. I'll have to apply for lighting, a venue, some props, and...
Really? That serious?
So much to get done now. Talk to you later.
Wait, Charlotte, Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
If, just for example,
Oh, come
Fontaine were to
on.
be flooded tomorrow, what would you do today?
Paimon, are you okay?
Huh.
I'm getting
That's the
worried.
prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean,
Did
I
I
do hear about it
not
often.
feed her enough?
I never once thought that the day could be tomorrow. If you're seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my homeland that easily.
Yeah, but what can you do?
From what I've seen, most people don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal rather than worry over such an end. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's best to do what you enjoy. Just think about it. If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a
Really?
truly unique person,
Imagine
then
the whole
story I would
place
wind
is
up writing
flooding
would
and she's
truly be
working.
timeless. And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon as possible. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic, but I do love my job, and I'd be proud of leaving such an article behind. I guess you could say that I was born to be a journalist.
Oh,
But
you're
anyway,
right about
that's my
that.
answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparations.
That's so nice. All of a sudden, Paimon actually kinda envies her.
I kinda understand. She's very scared and frustrated, so she's asking for other
Anyway,
advice.
let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we?
A look at the sea?
The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh?
Why are we here?
Paimon's been thinking.
Yes. Is it bad
If it
again?
wasn't Fontaine, but all of Tevat that would be destroyed tomorrow,
Really now?
where would we go and what would we do?
Are you having an existential crisis right now?
No, Paimon should ask, if you could choose, what would you like to do?
Oh, that's a tough one. If I could choose, just like Charlotte said, suddenly trying to consider what to do is
We've always
pointless.
been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. We didn't have to either, with us always being on the road and whatnot.
Until that moment comes, I think I'll keep journeying on.
You mean, still traveling?
Yes, cherishing every single moment.
Huh. Wait, isn't that what we've always been doing?
Then we should keep doing it. The banter goes back and forth between the two of you as time slips by. As night falls, you return to your accommodations to end the busy day. The next few days are just as calm. Charlotte comes to find you and conducts the interview in Spina de Rasul's safe house at the Flou Sandro. Nadia, having finished her business in Boson, even drops by to take a photo with the two of you. All goes well. Oh, okay, so we skip a few things.
Feels like you'll grow mold if you stay here long enough.
I mean, people live here. I wonder how they are doing.
But it's still better than the Fortress of Mirapede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
Salty?
Ah, so the two of you are still here. Wonderful.
Hello, Isadora?
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervilat sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the Fortress of Mirapede.
So are you under an impression that we might wanted criminals?
Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him.
Let's hear it.
Yes, inside the Opera House.
The Marechaussee Phantom has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
A riot?
A riot?
About what?
Well,
what caused it?
I don't personally think it was that serious. Lady Farina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started harassing her.
Oh, isn't that the usual day?
Loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis.
Okay, so the pot is boiling over already.
And before she could respond, others started to join in.
Of course. One starts, then the gang goes, and that's it. You have an angry mob.
The crowd continued to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
Of course, she's scared, probably.
To put the blame on Farina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
I agree. People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary. But the moment people feel threatened, gods are also the first to be blamed.
So what happened after that? Is Farina okay?
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry.
Gotten tired?
The Marechaussee Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not
So
catch where Lady Farina had gone.
What did they
Only
do
when
until
things had
then?
stabilized did we
Argue?
realize that she had gone missing.
So, you mean she's still missing?
That's right. The Marechaussee has dispatched many people to search for her, but we don't have any
Maybe
leads
she has a
yet.
hiding place.
That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her?
I understand the situation.
Good. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to tell you about the situation, but he didn't say anything else.
So, well, he probably knows what I would do.
Don't worry, this is more
He's
than
busy.
enough to go on. Thanks for keeping us informed.
Ah, is that so? Well, all right then. In that case, you two take care. I'll be heading back to the Palais now.
What?
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then.
The boss on? Sure caught on quickly.
If we know Farina, she won't try to fix things in this situation. Instead, she'll look for a place to wait out the heat. And, as we also know, she may be loud and dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of stone.
Well, I think she's a nice person. She's just playing an act.
When Nervillet was talking to her in the Palais Mermonia, and she heard about Poisson, she couldn't hide her
She has
sadness
a
and remorse.
split personality.
It would be hard for her to ignore being accused by the public today. Paimon thinks Farina's probably taken the opportunity to slip away to Poisson and try to relieve the sense of guilt that she's feeling.
Yeah, it could be. She was
Well,
worried.
what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up, too.
Looks like those detective nails have had an effect on you.
In that case, there's not a moment to lose. Poisson, here we come!